Hi, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you haven't been here. It's been a while since I have filmed anything, but I kind of wanted to come back on because I have some news to share with you guys. That is, I got engaged. My ring is a little, yeah. I got engaged on January 2nd around like 3 a.m. I remember this specifically because I remember messaging my mom at 3 a.m. being like, guess what? Oh no, I called you, didn't I? I called my mom at like 3 a.m. just randomly. And she, of course, answered the phone and was like, you know, like, what's up type of thing. Like, hey, how you doing? Like, meanwhile in her head, I'm thinking she was probably thinking, why the F are you calling me at 3 a.m.? What is wrong with you? And I'm like, I got engaged. And I think it basically almost hung up immediately. I'm pretty sure she said something like, congratulations, or something. I don't even remember what she said. I just remember being 3 a.m. and being like, I'm engaged. But I thought that I would tell you guys the story of how we met, kind of our like relationship, and how he proposed. So let's get into the video. So me and my now fiance met in high school. He was dating another girl who I was acquaintances with, and she introduced me, and I wasn't into him. I found out later, was actually into me. Apparently he had a crush on me. And then this girl asked him out, and he was like, well, I'm never going to be able to date the girl that I have a crush on, so I'll just, you know, like, I'll say yes to this girl. They ended up being together for quite a while. They actually almost ended up getting engaged. And anyway, so years later, we're both out of high school. We started talking again. I don't actually remember how or why. I remember talking to him, and I remember one night, my mom worked nights, and we were living in an apartment, and I don't mind being home alone at night now. I still don't like it, but I remember being terrified to be home alone. And so I remember texting him and being like, oh, you know, like, I'm scared because I'm home alone. And I think I ended up inviting him over and being like, just stay till my mom comes home. But she came home around like 1:30, I think, or something like that. So he came over, him falling asleep on the couch. And my mom came home and she's like, who is this dude? And I was like, oh, he's just a friend, you know, like, I got scared being home alone, and so I came over. And she's like, okay, like, don't worry about waking him up. Just let him stay the night and he can just go home tomorrow or whatever. So then he woke up around like 1 o'clock in the afternoon the next day, and I was like, well, there's no point in sending you home because my mom works again tonight, and I'm just going to get scared again around like 10 or 11 o'clock at night and ask you to come over. So why not, like, why don't you just stay here, spend another night, you can go home tomorrow morning. This kept happening. So he basically ended up moving in because he had been there for like, I don't think he left for like a couple months. Did he? He didn't, did he?
He was there for a while.
Yeah, so he basically ended up moving in, and this was like, we were still friends, weren't dating at all. He told me he had a crush on me, and I was like, okay, cool, but no. I'd like just gotten out of a significant relationship that was really, really hard on me. I was going through a really hard breakup, and I was like, I'm not ready for anything right now. And so he was really respectful of that, and he's like, okay, cool, like, whatever. So then finally at one point, it was like, he had basically lived with me for like 6 months. Like, he didn't actually live with me because it wasn't official, but he hadn't been to his house in 6 months, and we had been together 24/7. And so I looked at him the one day, I'm like, do you still have a crush on me? And he's like, I don't know how to answer this, because if I say yes, then it might be creepy that I've spent 24/7 with you, but if I say no, then if you're about to ask me out, then I'm screwing myself over, so can I just say maybe? And I was like, yeah, can we just say we're dating? Like, we've been together for the past 6 months, 24/7, like, we're dating, okay? And he was like, okay. So then, basically, we've lived together on and off since then, but we've spent like almost every waking moment at least talking, and by waking moment I mean like when we're not working and stuff. So finally around August, September-ish, we got our own place. Now, yeah, we have a roommate, but this is like, we don't live with our parents, we don't live like separately, we live together, it's our place. And so I I knew he always said that he wanted to, well, always said he wanted to propose, but he said he wanted to propose once we got our own place. So once we got our own place, I kind of knew it was coming, but I don't really know exactly when. Yeah, so that's kind of the story of like how we got together, how long, not so much how long we've been together, because I think I was what, like 17 when he first moved in. And even though technically we weren't dating at that point, we still basically lived together, so we technically were dating. So I've been with him since I was like 17. And I'm 23 now, so it's been 6 years. No, 6 years. Yeah, it's been 6 years. I don't think we've officially been dating for 6 years. We've been officially dating for like, I think 4 or 5 or something like that. But like it has been a long time. Yeah, so I guess I can talk about how he proposed. So the one day, I'm the one who does the grocery shopping and stuff, just because he works full-time, whereas I don't work full-time. And I'm better at budgeting and grocery shopping and stuff. I'm better at that stuff. It stresses him out too much. And if it was up to him, he would probably just get Coca-Cola and bread and sandwich meat and nothing else. And I require more than bread and sandwich meat. Which, you know, whatever. He likes his sandwiches, it's fine. But, so he asked me to get ice cream, like a tub of ice cream. And so I went grocery shopping the one day. I didn't get ice cream because I don't always remember why I didn't get ice cream. There was a reason I didn't, but I bought him, a lot of times when I go grocery shopping, I'll get takeout that night just because I know it seems weird to get groceries and then do takeout, but by the time I'm done grocery shopping, I don't want to cook. I also do a lot of other like running around and like cleaning those days, and that's just kind of like, I can take out those days, okay? So I got McDonald's and I got a McFlurry and I got one for both of us. And I was like, here, I got you ice cream. Next time I go grocery shopping, I'll get you an actual tub. And he's like, oh, well, that's not why I wanted it. I was like, what? And he's like, I didn't want it to eat it. And I was like, what are you doing with the ice cream, dude? And he's like, oh, well, I can't tell you. And I'm like, at this point, I'm starting to get worried because I don't know what he's planning on doing with this ice cream. But to me, you eat ice cream. I don't know what else you do with it. And he's like, well, I can't tell you because it'll ruin the surprise. And I was like, he's going to put the ring in the ice cream, isn't he? He's proposing. That's how he's proposing. I found out later that's how he's planning on doing it. It's not how he ended up doing it. But I remember the one night I had messaged my mom and I was like, I need to go get ice cream tomorrow because I really wanted him to propose. And then that night he basically ended up proposing. And the way he did it was pretty much every night before we go to sleep, we'll lay in bed and kind of talk about our days. Just if something's bugging us, we'll talk about it then. I don't mean like if something's bugging us in the relationship, I mean like if something's bugging us like out, like I had a bad day at work type thing, we'll talk about it then. Or we'll talk about like if I have plans that I'm excited for the next day, or if he has plans he's excited for, or just stuff like that. And so we were talking, he's like, oh, I love you, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. He says that all the time. This isn't anything new, so I wasn't like, oh, he's about to propose. And he'll say all the time, like, I'm the luckiest man in the world, like, I can't believe I got you. And so he's saying all that, and again, I'm thinking nothing of it. And so I'm like, same, ditto, love you too. Like, you know, this is nothing new to me. And finally he pulls out the ring, he's like, will you marry me? I didn't even realize what was happening at first. I have been dreaming of this day for, I think I was like 5 years old when I started planning my wedding. So I have been wanting this forever. And when he proposed, I thought it was my imagination. I thought it was a dream. I didn't even clue in. I didn't clue in. And so I sat there and I'm like, and now I'm throwing things. Just basically smiling at him like, I love you too. Meanwhile, he's holding the ring down that he had like underneath him, and he's just kind of like panicking, like, please say yes, please say yes, please say yes. And finally I'm like, oh my god, oh my god. And then of course I said yes. I think I said yes a bit too many times. Got a little over enthusiastic. Yeah, so that's kind of how it went. This is what the ring looks like. Let me see if I can get it to focus. I don't really know. It's not really focusing. I guess that's better. Like if I have it farther away, it's better. Maybe if let's just see if we can. Wow, that is not a good... It's zoomed in on my face and that is not what I... There we go. Yeah, so that's what the ring looks like. It's a little bit on the big side. I kind of need to get it sized. I just haven't had a chance to yet. So a lot of times I'll wear it like on my middle finger just because, as you can see, it kind of fits there better. But yeah, so that's what the ring looks like. I love it. It's also great because, so I'm just trying to adjust the camera again. I don't know if you can kind of see it. Yeah, I love this ring. But another reason I love it is because the first piece of jewelry he ever bought me, like the first piece of kind of like, I don't say nice jewelry, but nice jewelry he ever bought me was this necklace, which is backwards. Okay, it's a little tangled, but you can kind of, can we just, okay, it's very tangled, but as you can see, it's a snowflake. And so the fact that like my ring is also a snowflake, I really like. So yeah, that's basically the story of how we got engaged. Now, like I said, we were at home, kind of like just in bed together, talking about our days. Like he didn't have like a helicopter ride and we go to a beach and it wasn't 1,000 roses, but that's kind of what I wanted, just because now, I don't know, I like the fact he proposed at home. That's our spot. That's where, you know, we spend time together. That's kind of where we connect. It's where I like him. Anyway, so now is the wedding planning. I've already started a lot of wedding planning. I think at one point I might take you guys, I'm going to take you guys on a lot of adventures with me, but I want to take you to see the place we're thinking of getting married. I'll probably take you guys wedding dress shopping with me, maybe cake tasting, of course, if these places like allow cameras and stuff. So yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm hoping to be on here a lot more often. So if you could like this video to let me know that you, well, one, liked it, and if you're happy that I'm back, and two, if you could subscribe so I know that people actually want to see my wedding planning and stuff. I'm very excited for it. Before I go though, I want to show you guys one thing, because I just got another tattoo just the other day, and I want to show it to you because I'm excited about it. It's this. See? It's a butterfly. Comment down below if you guys want me to do, or if you guys want me to like talk about why I got this tattoo. I know I did a video in the past where I talked about my tattoos and their meanings, but let me know if you want to know about this one. Anyways, thank you for watching. I love you guys. Bye.